Today we are going to have one of the most important topic is the integration. Okay, so for subject like FEA, the or even CFD or solving any differential equation, integration is very important. As far as numerical method is considered, there are a lot of variation that could be asked as far as integration topic is considered. So small changes can be made and a lot of questions can be created. From the oral and also in your practical examination point of view, this topic is also very important, because this topic will have lot of variation and therefore the lots of questions we can ask or we can also create lot of questions, lot of variation in the question in the topic called as numerical integration. So therefore this topic is of utmost importance and it is a fundamental topic. So everyone has to study this topic in a very detailed fashion, because this topic will be more important in examination, in both the examination as well as MCQ as well as your practical or maybe oral examination. Okay, so I start writing a day first. So we'll start with the red pen. Okay. Now I would like to know what is the integration of this. Okay, so everyone do this calculation and send me a value. Yeah, anybody has got the answer? So whatever the up till now you have studied for integration, just use that and send me a value. Yeah, so I can say 0.3, okay, or 1/3, whatever you would like to say. So this is what is the integration value. So here in this case I am talking about definite integral. So we'll be dealing with the definite integral as far as whatever the integration is concerned. We have the single integration, we have the double integration, we have the integration of data, then we have the integration of continuous function, and also we have some Gauss quadrature or Legendre 2-point and 3-point methods also. So there are a lot of variations. The methods are a lot easier, but there will be some tricky questions which are expected in these topics. So we start with the first method. Trapezoidal rule. Okay. So assumption in this trapezoidal rule is y equal to mx plus c. So this is what is the assumptions. Everybody has to know what is the assumption in the trapezoidal rule, and that could be one of the question. So after studying whole integration topic, students are not aware of what is the assumption. So I just draw x and y axis and draw a curve. So I call this limit as x1 and this limit as x2 because I am interested in definite integral that is within the limit of x1 and x2. What the trapezoidal rule says, assumption is y equal to mx plus c. So therefore, draw a line which connects these 2 points. Okay, this value is y1, okay, and this value is y2. Okay, and y is synonymous to function of x. So y is not an independent value, it is a function of x. So either I can use term y or either I can use f of x. So I prefer to use function of x instead of y. But since it is on x and y axis, so I represent it in this way. Okay, so you can call this as f of x1 and you can call this as f of x2. Okay, they are dependent. So it forms a trapezium. Okay, so this is the trapezium, and that's why the name of the rule is arrived as a trapezoidal rule. Okay, so why the name is arrived? Because of this trapezoid. So this is my actual curve, and this I call this as a trapezoidal curve. Okay, and in numerical method we say area under actual curve is equal to area under trapezoidal. I am using the term curve, it's actually line. Okay, so area under actual curve is an integration basically, and which is given by the area of the trapezium. Okay, so if I want to integrate any function f of x dx within the limit of x1 to x2, as far as trapezoidal is concerned, it is the area of trapezium. Okay, this is what we have to remember. Okay, so the shaded area, so that is equal to shaded area. Okay, so area under the curve is given by the shaded area. So I hope you have understood. If you have understood, please type T. How the integration of a function is evaluated in case of trapezoidal rule. You can type T if you have understood this. Okay. Now what we observe that, wow, it is better than blackboard. This shaded area, okay, whatever the area which I have shaded with some different color, this area is nothing but error. Okay, so this much amount of error is involved in case of calculation of the area under the actual curve. So this the which is highlighted is called as these are the errors. Okay, so this represents the error area. Okay, fine, no problem. So I do have an error. I do have the error. Okay, now this error is very large. Okay, and I cannot accept this much error in an engineering application. So this error may be 5% or maybe 10% or maybe 20%, I don't know. After calculation I might be aware of that this error is very large and it is not in acceptable zone. So I need to improve this error. So therefore I draw the curve, okay, and this is my limit x1 and x2, okay. Now, okay, so what I do, I just made this curve little bit, okay, like this. So the curve in the first figure is same as the in figure 2. So both the curves are same. Okay, so I cannot draw exactly same. So you have to assume that they are same. Now, can I add a pen? Okay, so let's say green. Fine. So what I do now, instead of one area, I divide this interval into two equal parts and I connect this. Okay. And then, so these are equal parts. So I can call this as x2 and now this will turn to x3. Okay. So now I have the area. So previously here area was only one. Okay. Now here in this case there are two areas, A1 and A2. And now if I want error, so this is a error which I am getting it now currently. Okay. So if I want integration of f of x dx within the limit of x1 to x3 now. Okay. So this length is suppose L. So here in this case also it is L. Okay. So length is equal. Then I can write area of first trapezium plus area of second trapezium. So both the area I need to calculate separately, and then I can say the net area under the curve is given by area of trapezium 1, that is A1, plus area of trapezium 2, that is A2. Okay. So now my question is, what about the error? Answer A, it has been increased. Answer B, it has been decreased. So please let me know. Okay, so everybody is same. It seems to be letting me know the answer is decreasing. Okay, it's great. Obviously, it is decreasing. Okay. So it is a decreasing. Okay, great. Now the next question is, in trapezoidal rule, if instead of I, so I call this as, so difference between the two intervals, this is same, so it is denoted by H. Okay, remember. So this is total length of span L, and this is denoted by H. So each step here L equal to H. Okay, so here the step is what you say, delta X is been noted by H throughout the integration. Okay, in trapezoidal rule, if H decreases, okay, if H decreases, the answer is A is accuracy increases, accuracy decreases. Okay, so if I keep on increasing number of say number of steps, so this is called as, if H decreases, whether my accuracy is going to increase or whether my accuracy is going to decrease. So you can answer this, please. Yeah, my accuracy is going to increase. So in general term, to get the accuracy, I need to increase the number of steps. Okay, number of steps I need to increase so that my H will be decreasing. So how do I calculate H here in this case? Is my limit of integration I called as xn, that is my final limit, minus x1 divided by number of steps. So number of steps or number of strips, I call this as a M. So M I can denote number of strips. Okay, and what M signifies? Major. What M signifies? Major. What is N? So here I can write, sorry, I have to erase this, and then I have to write N here. Okay, N is equal to number of minor strip. Okay, in case of trapezoidal rule, currently N is equal to M. So there is a non-existence of either major or minor. So you cannot distinguish. So they are same. So just keep in mind, my H is equal to xn minus x1 divided by N, where N is the minor strip, or you can call as a major strip. N and M are same. So in further methods when we study, the concept of major and minor strip will appear. So at that moment, the clear distinction between these two you will understand. Okay. So presently understand they are same right now. Okay. So N is the number of strips, how many strips I want. So here in this case you could see number of strips is 1 and this is 2. Okay. So my N becomes 2. So this is how it is going to be there. Okay. So now, so vice versa, I talked about H decreases, so what happens N increases, same question could be asked. So on the basis of this, I want to derive a formula. Okay. So let us say, again I draw a curve, and this is what is my curve. So I would like to divide this into 3 equal parts. So I will be having a 3 area. I call this as a x1, I call this as a x2, I call as x3, I call this as a x4, and now I will be having the 4 areas. Okay. So this is my area A1, area A2, and area A3. 3 areas I have, that means I have the 3 trapezium. So therefore my net area will be A1 plus A2 plus A3. Okay. So this value is f of x1, this value is f of x2, so this is y f of x3, and this is f of x4. Okay. So first target is to calculate the value of h. So h will be xn minus x1 divided by n. So presently it is number of steps are 3, so I divide by 3, so I get the value of h. Fine. So once I got the value of h, and let this function be f of x. So therefore, what I do, I create a table x, f of x. So I say x1, this is x2, this is x3, and this is x4. Now x2 is x1 plus h, x3 is x2 plus h, and x4 is x3 plus h. So h we have calculated. And I will put, let us say, my f of x is x square minus cos of x. So I will put the value of x here in this case, and corresponding value of function value f of x1, f of x2, f of x3, and f of x4. This I will find out. Once I have this, I can write the formula for area. See, this derivation is important from the programming point of view. For solving point of view, we will derive one formula, and that formula can be effectively used for solving the problem in a quick time. Okay, so most of the time numerical, if the MCQ do appear in the examination, so that will be on integration because it takes lesser time to solve it. So area of trapezium 1 is given by h by 2 f of x1 plus f of x2. So this is the area of trapezium. So if you know how to calculate the area of trapezium, you apply the formulation, you will get this formulation that area of trapezium 1 is h by 2 f of x1 plus f of x2. Similarly, area of trapezium 2 will be h by 2 f of x2 plus f of x3. Area of trapezoidal 3 is h by 2 f of x3 plus f of x4. So this is what the area of trapezium I got it. And if I know the net area will be A1 plus A2 plus A3. So this is the way which I have to go for the summation. So what I do, I will add this. Okay, so I can say h by 2 f of x1 plus 2 times f of x2 plus 2 times f of x3 plus f of x4. So after addition, I will get this. So this is the general formula to calculate the integration. So first and last value will not be multiplied by 2, or the intermediate value you have multiplied by 2, and by putting this value and multiplying h by 2, you immediately get the integration value. So if you have this table, immediately you can use this formula to get the integration value. That is how simple it is. Okay. So now what we do, we take the integration problem. So if you have understood this, you can type I. Or if you have a question, you can ask. You can type I if you have understood this. Okay. So now let's solve it. 0 to 1. Okay. Angle is always in radian in case of numerical method. Okay. Your calculator has to be in radian 1. कोई भी डिग्री में कुछ नहीं सॉल्व करेगा. अगर डिग्री में कैलकुलेटर होगा तो आपका आंसर गलत आएगा. So there is a mode on your calculator that you need to shift it to radian. So now where is my calculator? Okay, here. So there is an option mode. Okay, you can shift it to radian. See, remember one important thing, 25%. When theory exam was there, that time I was telling you the situation, 25% 98% students used to fail because they used to forget to put their calculator in radian mode. Okay, so you have to ensure that you are in radian mode. So angles are always in radian, not in degrees, whatever the topic you might be studying in case of numerical method. So equation is x square minus cos of x dx. Okay. Now let's consider. Okay, we will consider number of strips to be 3 here in this case, and we will try to find. Okay, so how do I do it? Number of strips to be 3. So I write x. Okay, first of all I need to calculate h. So h will be equal to 1 minus 0 divided by 3, that is 1 by 3 or 0.33 x. Okay, and here I will write f of x. So my x will be 0, then it will be 0.333 or 1 by 3, whatever you want to write. Then I will be having a 0.666, and then I will be having a finally 1. Okay, and my f of x here in this case is x square minus cos of x. Okay, okay, for 0 just let me know the value. For 0 how much is this value? Minus 1. For 0.33 चला सगळ्यांनी कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं, कॅल्क्युलेटर वापरायचा. Minus 0.8351. I am writing 4 decimal places. You have to write 6, minimum 6. अरे दोन उत्तर वेगवेगळे आले, कुठलं बरोबर आहे? बघा सगळे कॅल्क्युलेटर वापरतात आहे, सगळ्यांची उत्तर वेगवेगळे येतात आहे. अजून एक वेगळं. ओके 6 डेसिमल प्लेस घ्यायचं. So the last answer, let us say I use this 846. ओके ठीक आहे, चला हे आन्सर मी यूज करतोय, मी कॅल्क्युलेट केलं नाहीये. चला 0.666 असलेली सांगा पटकन पटकन फास्ट. पुढची व्हॅल्यू सायलीचं उत्तर चुकलं. ओके, सो एव्हरीबडी इज showing me 0.341444. Let us say we will try to use this value. Okay, now for 1, okay, I got 0.459697. Okay, so everybody seems to be providing this value. So I will accept this value. Okay, so I have all the values. So my area will be equal to h by 2. Okay, and then f of x1 plus 2 times f of x2 plus 2 times f of x3 plus 2, not 2 times, f of x4, just f of x4. That's it. So let me know this value. All the values are in front of you. Okay, has anybody got the answer? Two different answers are there. अरे बापरे, 0.48 आणि 4.33. कुठलं आन्सर एक्सेप्ट करायचं? दोन प्रकारचे आन्सर आहेत. आता मला कॅल्क्युलेट करून बघावं लागेल. -1 plus 2 into margin of minus minus 0.833846 plus 2 into minus of 0.34144, okay, plus 0.459697. इथे माइनस आलाय. Okay, divided by 2 and divided by 3. Okay, so I got the answer. So this is the answer, 0.4816. So you have to use 6 decimal places. I have the last one. Okay. So Shubham has provided this answer, so I am writing the last one. Okay. More precise result would be Sile's one. Okay. So this is how I got the answer. So now the next question. Integration of 0 to 1, 1.5x plus 2 dx. For this, option is, okay, 1 strip, 100% accuracy. Answer B, 2 strip, 100% accuracy. Answer C, 3 strip, 100% accuracy. And option D, strips increases, accuracy increases. Okay, so let me know the answer. सोडवायचं व्यवस्थितपणे आणि मला आन्सर सांगायचं आहे. Okay. So why this is? Answer A, answer B is also correct, answer C is also correct. Okay. With 1 strip you will get 100% accuracy. With 2 strip you will also get 100% accuracy. With 3 strip you will get 100% accuracy. And with okay, so A, B, C, all 3 are correct. Okay. Okay. So Siddhi has suggested that the equation is y equal to mx plus c. Okay. So that is the assumption in case of trapezoidal rule. We are connecting by line, and the equation given is line. Okay. So they are same. Whether we divide that into 1 part or 2 part or 3 part, it doesn't make any difference. So if I want to plot this equation, so this is what is the equation, and what trapezoidal says, it is a trapezium. So by default it is same. So whether I use 1 strip or 2 strip or 3 strip, I am going to get a 100% accuracy. Okay. So sometimes a question may be asked for this. What is the variation? Select suitable number of strips to achieve highest accuracy. So this might be a question, and of course your select suitable strip will be, option will be 1, because within one iteration, one strip you could get a highest amount of accuracy. Okay, great. So this is, I hope you have understood what is the trapezoidal rule. Okay, now let's see the next method. Simpson's 1/3 rule. Okay, so this is Simpson's 1/3 rule. This is what we have to study. The assumption here in this case is y equal to ax square plus bx plus c. This is what is the assumption. Okay. So now let us say this is my x and this is my y. And let us consider this is my limit x1 and this is xn limit. Okay. And I want to find out the integration within this using the Simpson's 1/3 rule. So I need to divide this into two areas. So x2 and this becomes now x3. Okay. So to find the quadratic equation, that is a, b, c, three unknowns I have to evaluate. So I need three sets of equation, which suggests I need 3 points. When I want to have a y equal to mx plus c, unknowns are m and c. So to evaluate this, I need 2 points to evaluate m and c. So here in this case, if I want to evaluate y equal to ax square plus bx plus c, 3 unknowns are there. So I need 3 points, and therefore these 3 points I have located. So this is my first point, and this is I denote by f of x1, this is by f of x2, and this is by f of x3. So those 3 points I can draw a parabola or quadratic curve. So let's say this is my curve. Okay, so this is my 1/3 curve. And this is my actual curve. Okay, and now the area under 1/3 curve is nothing but the area under your actual curve. This is what I would like to say. Okay, so here in this case, this is a single area. This is a single area, and this total length I call this as a major strip, and each major strip having a 2 small substrip that is denoted by n. So in case of 1/3 rule, if major strip is 1, then number of substrips are 2, or in general I can write n is equal to 2 times m. So which suggests if m is 4, n is 8. So this is what is the formulation what we are getting. And the shaded area is represented by variable a1. So I can write a1 as h by 3 f of x1 plus 4 times f of x2 plus f of x3. So this is what is the single area. Here in this case we divide into one area, and therefore it will be a area of the area to net area or the integration value. It is also valid that if you increase the number of strips, as in case of trapezoidal rule, the accuracy of this is going to get increased. Okay, so therefore area 2 will be h by 3 f of x3 plus 4 times f of x4 plus f of x5. If I have a third area, so this is represented by major strip. Remember, area is represented by major strip. So major strip is the area, not a minor strip. Minor strip is this n. Okay, so that is I call as a substrip or a minor strip or a substrip. Now why this is needed? For calculation of h. H is calculated with the help of this, because my H is xn minus x1 divided by n. Okay, and n is equal to 2 times m. So for this purpose, this is n is required. For calculation of area, m is required. Okay, so I can write area A3 in a similar fashion, h by 3 f of x5 plus 4 times f of x6 plus f of x7. And from this general rule, I can write area is equal to h by 3 f of x1 plus 4 times f of x2 plus 2 times f of x3 plus 4 times f of x4 plus 2 times f of x5 plus 4 times f of x6 plus f of x7. So this is how area I can calculate. This is the generalized formula which we can use it. For programming point of view, we will use this technique. Okay. So if you have understood this, you can type 1 by 3. Okay, so one of the important thing I would like to tell you, it is likely possible that I may be getting a maximum 4 to 5 lectures in which I have to complete the more than nearly 2 units. Okay, so do attentive. I will be taking the extra sessions, and in the month of June, or maybe late in the May, maybe 28th or 29th, your examination might start. Okay, especially the INSEM and the oral practical. So you have to be very attentive. So I will be taking some extra session, and it is likely that what happens that in INSEM first portion is covered, and in INSEM the last portion has more weightage, and you are aware of this bit already there. All 6 units are there. Okay. So please attend all the lectures from now onwards with for larger. So I'll be having a lecture of larger duration rather than just having a 45 minutes. Okay. So do make a point of this. So because many of your friends have started to leave that assuming that the lecture is over. So it's not. Okay. And I do get the time duration, I do get Excel sheet from FCC who has attended, how much duration of time. So now, so let's solve the same problem. 0 to 1, x square minus cos of x dx. So let's decide number of area to be 2, therefore n is equal to 4. Okay, and therefore my h will be 1 minus 0 divided by 4 is equal to 0.25. So I write x, f of x is 0, 0.25, 0.5 and 1. So चला पटा व्हॅल्यू सांगा मला. 0 ची -1 आधी होती तर लिहून घेतली. ओके, 0.25, 0.5, 1 ची व्हॅल्यू पण आधी काढलेली होती, आपण 30 लिहून टाकू. काय होतं 1 ची व्हॅल्यू 0.459697, 0.459697. ओके, सो 0.25 ची व्हॅल्यू सांगा. ओके, -0.906412. ओके, चला 0.5 ची सांगा. चुकलं का माझं? हो, एक व्हॅल्यू मी गायब केली, तेच म्हटलं. .75.1.459697. Maybe this may be the answer. I don't know. I have to scroll up. Okay, for 0.5, so minus -.627582. चला 0.75 साठी सांगा. 0.75 मी मिस आउट केला होता. -.169180. Okay, so this is x1, x2, x3, x4, and this is x5. So therefore my net area will be h by 3. F of x1 4 times f of x2 plus 2 times f of x3 plus 4 times f of x4, 4 times is there, plus f of x5. So let me know this answer. Okay, so most of you are providing this answer. Fine. So okay, so let's accept this to be answer. So now we are going with continuous functions. There are certain applications that also we have to think about later on. Okay. Now the question 0 to 1, 1.5x plus 2 dx, 1 by 3 rule. I want to use it. Okay, I want highest accuracy? Option A, one strip. One strip means always a major strip whenever the strip term is utilized. Okay. B, two strips. C, three strips. So it is always a major strip. Or D option, increases as strips increases. Okay, so select the suitable answer. Everybody's answer is incorrect. B is not correct. I am talking about major strip. अरे सोडून बघा ना, आता काय आन्सर करता? तुम्हाला येत नाही का हे 1/3 ने सोडवताना? एक स्ट्रिप टाकून बघा ना, सोडवा 1 स्ट्रिप मध्ये, बघा आन्सर किती येतं आणि कंपेअर करा. एक्झॅक्ट आन्सर पण काढू शकता तुम्ही. 0 to 1, 1, you can integrate na this manually. 1.5x square by 2 plus 2x by 1 within the limit of 0 to 1. You can find exact answer. You can do the integration. It's a simple integration. And use 1/3 rule. Use one strip. Use two strip. Use three strip. See what happens. And then answer. B is incorrect. चला, कोणाचं आलं का उत्तर? तर मी हिंट देतो. हा कर्व मी प्लॉट केला. दिस इज 1.5x plus 2. हा कर्व मी प्लॉट केला. सिम्पसन्स 1/3 नी मला याला सोडवायचं आहे, म्हणजे याला 1 मेजर स्ट्रिप मध्ये मी कन्वर्ट करतो. सो दिस इज माय 1 मेजर स्ट्रिप. त्याच्यानंतर आय नीड टू हॅव द 3 व्हॅल्यूज, दॅट इज दिस 2 सबस्ट्रिप. ओके, आणि या 3 पॉइंट मधून आता मला कर्व ड्रॉ करायचा आहे. या 3 पॉइंट मधून मला कर्व ड्रॉ करायचा आहे. जर ते 3 पॉइंट एका लाईनवर राहत असतील तर ते परफेक्टली मॅचच होणार ना. या 3 पॉइंट मधनं जर मला कर्व करायचं तर स्ट्रेट लाईन येईल. सो माय इक्वेशन y = x² प्लस बी एक्स प्लस सी यामधला ए हा 0 होणार या केसमध्ये जर तिन्ही पॉइंट एका याच्यामध्ये असेल तर. म्हणजे माझा 1/3 इक्वेशन y इक्वल टू बी एक्स प्लस सी एवढंच उरणार. त्यामुळे इथे मला 1 स्ट्रिप मध्ये 100% ॲक्युरेसी मिळेल. इज दिस क्लिअर टू एव्हरीवन? चला, जर हे क्लिअर असेल तर ए टाईप करा, नाही तर प्रश्न विचारा. ओके, मी इथला इथे हा प्रॉब्लेम इरेज करतो. I write here 1.5 x square plus 2. आता सांगा ए बी सी डी पैकी उत्तर कुठलं? I change the question. 1.5 x square plus 2. What is the answer now from A, B, C, D? चला लवकर, काय आन्सर आहे? आन्सर मी इथेच दिलाय. हे आणि हे कम्पेअर करा. y इज इक्वल टू एक्स स्क्वेअर प्लस बी एक्स प्लस सी आणि तुमचं इक्वेशन आहे 1.5 एक्स स्क्वेअर प्लस 2. द मीनिंग इज दॅट a is 1.5, b is 0 and c is 2. Therefore, what is the accuracy with one strip? अरे आन्सर किती सोपं आहे प्रश्न. No one is reacting. Okay, so let us say if you have already given the answer, you can re-answer this question. What is the answer from A, B, C, D? Anybody can unmute and answer me, please. I'm not getting any chat messages, I suppose. The equation given to you is 1.5 x square plus 2 dx with some limit 0 to 1 and 1 by 3. What is the assumption in case of 1 by 3? Is y equal to a square plus bx plus c. This is the assumption. Okay. Now this is the assumption, means it assumes a quadratic curve. Okay. Can I call this as a quadratic curve? If you agree, you can type I. Can I call this as a quadratic curve? If you agree, you can type I. Okay. Ax square plus bx. So this is the second equation. This is also a quadratic curve. This is also a quadratic curve. If you agree, you can type 2 times I. So basically, depending upon value of A, B and C, it could vary anything, okay, and the equation would change and still it remains a quadratic. And that was the reason here in this case also, the value of A, when it was a straight line, the value of A turned out to be 0, and this is what equation I got it for 1/3 rule, which is a quadratic curve with coefficient value A equal to 0. And therefore, since the assumption is quadratic curve, I got the 100% accuracy. Okay, now this is my curve. If this curve is my matching with my assumptions in the 1/3 rule, if yes, then with one strip, I don't need to go it because the given curve and the assumption is matching. Therefore, A option is correct, which suggests only one strip is required. Okay, so if you have understood this now, you can type A, or again you can ask the question. Have you understood this now? You can type A if you have understood this. चला प्रत्येकाने टाका. Okay. So now if I change the equation 0 to 1, 1.5 x square plus 2x dx. My question is, how many strips are required? Minimum. How many? So minimum number of strips are required to achieve 100% accuracy. चला सांगा उत्तर द्यायचं आता. How many minimum number of strips are required to achieve the 100% accuracy in case of 1/3 rule for this equation? So whenever I use strip, it is always a major. So the number you have to type. चला बाकीचे काय करतात आहे? There are 78 students right now. Okay. Now, most magical mystery 0 to 1 x cube dx. Consider one major strip, okay, and comment on accuracy of 1/3 rule. Okay, comment accuracy on 1/3 rule. So x cube dx. So let's integral actually, and what is the actual integration value? You have to let me know. So then we will use 1/3 rule and we'll try to comment it. So I write the 0.25. Okay, so I am using one strip. So m is equal to 1, so n is equal to 2, therefore h is equal to 0.5. X, f of x, 0, 0.5 and 1. Function value for 0 is 0. Function value of 0.5 cube, 0.125. चला कैलकुलेट करा. And 1 cube is 1. Okay. Now area is equal to h by 3. So h is 0.5 definitely. So I will be having a 0 plus 4 into 0.125 plus 1. बघा एवढं येत आहे का? चेक करा. जर येत असेल तर y टाइप करा. Okay. So the now question is 0 to 1 x cube dx. Select answer. A, one strip for 100% accuracy. B, two strips. C, three strips. And D, none of the above. Option बदलला. For 1/3 rule, for this, which is a valid 100% accuracy, minimum number of strips requirement. Okay, so only few options A are available. What everybody is doing. If anybody has a question, you can ask. Total 78 students are there. Has everybody understood this? Okay. Now, if I change the equation 0 to 1, x cube maybe 2x plus 3 dx. So this is the first option, this is the second option, this is the third option, and this is the fourth option. Question I change. Now which is the valid option? 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of ABC, now you have to type 1, 2, 3, 4. So answer is 1 strip. You can try work out. The answer is 1 strip. Since the equation of assumption is y equal to ax square bx plus c, but it uses a third order polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, whereas a is equal to 0 in case of 1/3 rule, majority time. So order is third order. Therefore, for this, since this equation is cubic, I used to get 100% accuracy within 1 step. You can solve this manually. You will get 1 step. You will use it. You will get 100% accuracy. So what I can say, trapezoidal method has a first order accuracy. This is how I call this, first order accuracy. 1/3 has a third order accuracy. So meaning is that if once I say 1/3 third order accuracy, so it gives you 100% accuracy for linear equation, for any of the quadratic equation, and any of the cubic equation also. Okay, so it has a third order accuracy. It does not have a second order accuracy. तुम्ही जर कुठल्याही पुस्तकात वाचलं, काय वाचलं ते y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c या याच्यातनं शिकवतात, and then second order accuracy चा उल्लेख असतो, and you end up in a some dead end scenario where the things are not valid. You have to understand it uses a third order polynomial where the a is 0 and the 1/3 rule has a third order accuracy, and therefore for all equation up to cubic equation, the Simpson's 1/3 gives you 100% accuracy with minimum number of steps, that is 1. So if you have understood this, please type U. Okay, so I quickly within 5 minutes wrap up the 3/8 rule. I am not going to explain the whole figure and all, and so you can go to vlabs.iitb.ac.in. You can refer my virtual lab there and go to all the theoretical aspects, or from the book or from any internal resources. I am quickly going to write what is the assumption. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a is not equal to 0 or a equal to 0. So both conditions are valid, whereas in case of one-third rule, a equal to 0 is valid. In this case, all the conditions are valid. A could not be 0 or a might be equal to 0. So it assumes a full cubic polynomial, which is not in case of one-third rule. Okay, and it has a third order accuracy. Okay, so many times the question is there, select correct option. First, what select option? So question is third order accuracy methods. This is what you have been asked to select. First is trapezoidal. Second is 1/3. Third is 3/8. And fourth is 1/3 and 3/8. So what will be your option? चलो type करा पटकन. Good. आता याचा अर्थ याचा एरिया A1 is given by h by 3h/8. Okay, 3h/8. Correct. F of x1 plus 3 into f of x2 plus 3 into f of x3 plus f of x4. म्हणजे इथे m is equal to 1, n is 3 times m. So this is the formulation, we have to use it. Okay, you have to keep in mind. So this is how I get the area A1. Area A2 3h/8 f of x4 plus 3 times f of x5 plus 3 times f of x6 plus f of x7. So this is area A2. Now you can add the area and you can get whatever the formulation you would like to have. So this is the homework part, okay, which you have to do. So आपण जे दोन्ही गोष्टी सोडवल्या त्या होमवर्क पार्ट आहे तुम्हाला 3/8 नी number of major steps you assume to be 2 and try to solve this problem. Okay, now so for cubic equation, okay, both the methods gives 100% accuracy with single step. So this is what you have to remember, both is having the same order of accuracy. But now 0 to 1 x raised to power 4 dx. So you solve this problem with trapezoidal, 1/3 and 3/8. And I want a comment on accuracy. Okay, so these two are the homework for you. You solve this and get the answer. Okay, so today I will stop here. Just a moment, don't start leaving.